What's up, everyone, and welcome back to Rob's Gaming Table. Today on the table, we have another Game of Thrones, a card game tournament video for you from AFK Games at the Michigan Regional, brought to you by these folks that support the channel at patreon.com/Rob's Gaming Table. In this one, we got Tom playing Bara, Banner of the Rose, against Ben playing Greyjoy Wars. Tom on the left, Ben on the right. And looks like we got Knight of the Summer, Sir Courtney Penrose, and a Rose Road set up on the left there. On the right side, we got Silence's Crew, 2 Iron Mines, and a card in Shadows, which is most likely a Nighttime Marauders. Could be the Acolyte, I guess, the neutral one, but this is after the first pack of the Shadow cycle, so the options in the Shadows are quite limited. I cannot wait till the day when we have tons of Shadows options and you're just not sure what's hiding in Shadows. Yeah, I miss those days from first edition. Sort of. But you usually knew what they were until all the King's Guards came out. But we got Trading with a Patoshi on the right, which is giving 3 gold to his opponent on the left. We got Trading, or Time of Plenty, sorry, on the left, giving an extra card draw to each player during the draw phase. Greyjoy player 1 initiative. Not sure we chose to go first, but we'll find out in a second here.
It's so bad. It's so much easier. Who decided that Thrones needed gold? Let's just play out the cards you want to play every turn.
I got 10.
So it looks like the Bara player is going first. He throws down an Altar Great Hall there.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
And spends 7 to get Bob on the board with a dupe. Robert Baratheon. I haven't seen that guy in a while. The OG King trait in the game. Seems like he'd be good right now with all the King plot, King of the North or whatever going around. And we got Corset Marjorie Tyrell out there, and 1 gold saved. So when I see knights and I see ladies, I start thinking Lady Sansa's Rose, assuming that's non-loyal. So over to the Greyjoy player for his marshalling. He's got a sea tower out there now. So for those that don't know, I wasn't familiar with him either, but Sir Courtney Penrose on the left there, the Bara Knight. He, after you win a power challenge in which he's participating, you can stand him, which is pretty cool. It's similar to, kind of reminds me of Great John Umber's ability a little bit. And is it a stone, or I forget what those guys are. Little 2-cost military icon there. But they got bestow, and basically you can sack a bestow off them to kneel a location, but looks like Ben does not want to bestow the character. Just going to use it as a little military claim at some point, I'm sure. And saves 2 gold. We have power coming in now with Mr. Penrose and Big Bobby B here. And that is for, I think, 6 off of Bob, and another 4 would be 10. And yeah, that goes unopposed. We get a stand on Penrose. Gets unopposed power and renown, and intimidate on Euron.
Military of 5.
Now 5 strength military with the Knight of the Summer. Assuming he's getting the +2 and renown off of a summer plot being revealed, which makes him pretty damn good. And no defenders on that either. And we got a Lord Renly's Ride, adding some extra intimidate. We got a Hand's Judgment canceling that. No defenders there. Claim of military. It's going to be an Iron Mines on Euron.
cards in hand? Oh, that's it.
He's not going to do the intrigue. Interesting. He's going to play defensive here, I guess, using Marge maybe for her ability to buff Mr. Penrose there. And he can win on defense and stand also. But he's going to block a military here. And then a power challenge is... The unopposed is going to be blocked by Marge. And we should get a pillage here after claim. Yep. And another Courtney Penrose for the pillage.
Yep.
Dominance will go to the Greyjoy player since he has a gold save there. And a newly made lord tossed on the Greyjoy side for taxation there. I always appreciate Tom and his interesting decks. He's always usually building outside the box, bringing something that's not expected. And I really like that about him. Ben, I don't know too well, but Tom is from our local group in Hamilton, Ontario. All right, we got King and an Oaf against Calm over Westeros. Interesting plots you don't see much of lately. Kind of reminds me of those good old 2.0 core set days. But King of the North doing some work right now since Robert Baratheon is the only king on the board. I'm not sure what he chose for the Calm over Westeros plot, but I assume it's military pick there. Could be wrong. So newly made lord coming in. Can't really pop anything. And saves 1 gold, I think. I'm pretty sure that other token there is marking what he chose for superior claim, but I'm not 100% sure.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So Brienne of Tarth is now on the board.
King Courtney.
Whenever you win a challenge,
Power challenge, draw a card for each non-faction. So just the 2.
Trying to figure out what Tom just played there. An attachment, the King attachment from Bara.
intrigue.
Looks like it's a king at the wall, actually. Unique Bara character only. Attached character gains the king trait. Reaction after you win a power challenge in which attached character is participating. Draw 1 card for each out-of-faction card you control. Definitely sounds like a good banner card. Oh, out-of-faction location, yeah, so... I guess I would count your neutral stuff, too. But please leave me a comment below if I'm completely wrong on that. So it was an unopposed intrigue there, I think, with Margie. And now we have
5, 10, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18.
18 strength power challenge coming in. Blocked with the newly made lord to prevent the unopposed. 2 cards drawn here off the attachment on Penrose. He gets to stand. He'll claim a power, get 2 renown out of it, and intimidate on Silence's crew.
Military of 5.
And now 5 strength military with Brienne.
Claim. Down. What's that?
Stony Shore Raider, I think that card is called. But,
4.
yeah, so it was military he chose there with Combo of Westeros. That's why he didn't claim the Stony Shore Raider. I think he was about to, but then he realized. But Brienne did get a power out of that. And the Bara player is sitting at, looks like, 8 power. And the Greyjoy player is sitting on 2. Yeah, exchange of information on the Bear side into a Valar, a morghulis. All men must die. And ladies and anybody without a dupe must die, basically. This is what Valar morghulis means. But who's going to go first? It is up to the Bear player, Tom, and he's going to choose himself to go first. Makes sense. Got the Intimidate going. He's going to keep Bob on the board.
Shocker, I'm saving Euron.
And Euron's been saved by the Iron Mines. King of the Wall will go back to hand. A dupe should come off Bob, though, I'm pretty sure. We're going to go into the exchange of information here. Where Ben, the Greyjoy player, is going to have to choose a card of each type, except for attachment. That'll be automatic. The Oath Keeper. Marge dupe, who's dead for the character choice. And we see 2 Lord Renly's rides and a Nightmares for the attachment or the event choice. See a Robert Baratheon dupe plus a Green Apple Knight for the character left, but he obviously didn't choose those 2. Now location, we see Spears of the Merlin King, a Rose Garden, and something else, some crazy warship that Tom's playing, but that wasn't the choice. He chose the Rose Garden. I would think he chooses Nightmares. But he chooses Lord Renly's Ride. He does not want Euron to be Nightmares. Or something else he's going to play. But I think that dupe still has to leave Bob unless I missed something.
I am first.
So that Rose Garden's played out for the limited for the Bear player this turn.
Gold. All 4 of it.
So only 4 gold to work with, but he's got the Great Hall and the 2 Rose Gardens. We get a was it an Arbor Knight put out there with the Rose Gardens? And a High Garden Courtier, love that card. And Oath Keeper. Throw it on Bob. Giving him +2 strength. If he wins the challenge by 5, he can sack that to search his, I believe search the whole deck for a non-Tyrell character and add it to hand. Or it's like a 5 cost or less non-Tyrell character, I think. So we got a fish market played there. And instantly getting a gold for it. And coming out of shadows is the Marauders, Sherm Marshalling.
I guess you could be playing Annals of Castle Black, so I'll remove this. Sure. And then I'll take the other
So
one.
he picks a... I see why he picked the Lord Renly's Ride. He could name 1 cost. He chose the Lord Renly's Ride out of the discard to then just sack a whole bunch of stuff out of the Bear player's hand. So those Marauders doing some work. You got a Great Hall there, another Lord Renly's Ride, Nightmares, I think.
Better than I thought it was going to be. All right.
Yeah, that was a good hit.
But, anyway, go.
Well, that's all he has. No claim this turn. He's got Valor. And we got Bob going first here with Intimidate. So this might be a little rough. No gold saved on the Greyjoy side, so no surprise nightmares on Bob. 1 gold saved on the Bara side.
Power.
Yeah.
7. Power of 7.
7 strength power challenge here with Bob. He's getting +2 off the attachment. Nobody kneeling yet to give him a buff, but I mean, if anyone's going to defend on the other side, that'll give him some extra strength.
That gives him +2 strength too. Yeah, it does. 8 to stop the military challenge.
So now he opposes. Bob will buff up to 7, which then the High Garden Courtier is used to stand him after strength raises. That is crazy. I never even thought of that, and that is awesome, Tom. If that is legal, that is amazing. I'm pretty sure that's how that works. As soon as his strength increases. Makes sense to me. Let me know in the comments below if Tom's a dirty cheater. That is good stuff.
If we point in the right order.
So now he gets the Intimidate.
Now we'll do military. Oppose or reaction. Do that.
And now military killing the Nighttime Marauders. He's going to toss off Oathkeeper. Oh, he just caught the dupe. Good for Tom. Finally realizing that there shouldn't be a dupe on Bob. So there's no cost limit on it. I thought there was a cost limit, but I think it's just win by 5 strength. And get any non-Tyrell character. So he gets a dupe for Bob.
It's not that really bad hard one that says out of house.
Yeah. Renown, nothing to intimidate. Intrigue.
And an intrigue with the Arbor Knight going unopposed.
Claim.
And gets a copy of Triss Botley on the intrigue claim.
Got my honey wine. That's okay.
Oh, yeah, it's honey wine on the bottom there. I didn't even know what it was, but Tom just mentioned he did forget it. He's at 10 power. Should be at 11, I guess. Maybe 12. I think you'd have triggered it twice. I could be wrong. And close call into first snow of winter.
Okay. I will save. Don't get to draw a card.
Yeah, since the winter plot, it blocks the card draw off a close call, but he was able to move a character, though. She moved Marge, I believe, there. So now he's able to play that Marge that he was given earlier by the exchange of information.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Enough for your fish market. Aw, yeah.
So fish market's now given 2 gold. It's 11 cards in the discard pile. Now, if Ben's able to put some pressure on here, get somebody on the board that he can force some claim on the bear player, because he's going to be losing the courtier and the Arbor Knight to hand from first snow.
Yep. I will say Robert Baratheon in your discard pile.
So he gets the dupe off Bob, or the dupe out of hand that was going to go on Bob by the Nighttime Marauders, naming the other Bob that was in the discard pile and getting rid of 7 gold and seeing the rest of the hand.
5, 6.
So he's got some extra military out there. And the idea is he's hoping Tom can't play anything else out there to help defend the military. And he's able to kill Bob here on an aggressive military challenge. And we get a milk on Euron. This may not be over yet for the Greyjoy player. And first, no, they're leaving Bob exposed on the board. Uh-oh.
4 golds.
5 gold saved on the bear side, though. I don't know if he's got any ambush. I didn't see the hand when the Nighttime Marauders triggered there to know what else is in hand of the bear player. So we got a military challenge coming in for 9. No jokes. Blocked for 7. And Bob dies. 4 power lost. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a game. And pillage is a milk of the poppy. Pillage off the Nighttime Marauders. And no challenges for the bear player. He gets power for Dom. And there's first Snow doing some work. So we got trade routes on the bear side, hitting, what was it, oh, why can't I remember the name? But the one that gets rid of an attachment location.
He was first. Obviously, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 gold.
Nothing burns like the cold. Sounds about right. Sorry, I'm forgetting names of cards here, guys. It's been a long, long day of work and trying to get these voiced over. My brain's not fully alert, but I'm trying to get all these videos done before the next regional on July 21st in Montreal, Quebec at BD Cosmos. So hopefully I get all these done and recorded and up before I go to that regional. That's the plan. So trying to power through them here, and then I'll have another flood of videos after that. And then August 25th, Rochester, New York regional. I'll get some videos from that, most likely. And have a flood of videos after that. So make sure you subscribe, stay tuned, hit that little alarm bell button beside the subscribe button to be notified as these videos pop up and if we ever go live. And we got 7-cost Asha out there on the Greyjoy side. But a ton of money on the bear side. Let's see what he's able to play here. We're not going to see Bob anymore. At least not that I know of, unless he stays on top of the dead pile and we're going to go to Harrenhal next turn. But we got Corset Marge being played. Maester Crescent, no attachments to deal with right now. He's a power icon, a body. We got an Arbonite. And the High Garden Courtier. All these weenies jumping out after the first snow. Another Courtier. So just a bunch of cheap bodies. It's going to hope to slow the Knights, or the Greyjoy player down here. Greyjoy player only sitting on 1 power. And the bear player at 7 after losing all that power off Bob. But Greyjoy player's got a lot of ways to climb here. Let's see if he can do it. He's got to be careful he doesn't get too aggressive and leave himself open for the bear player to just come back and hit him with challenges and get a bunch unopposed. Military challenge, stealthing the Arbor Knight with the Asha Greyjoy there. Hoping to get some cards he needs. I'll go unopposed. Claim is going to be a Courtier.
And the fun part of Asha, the counting begins.
16 cards in the discard pile. So the Greyjoy player Ben here is going to search the top 16 cards of the deck, pick a card, throw it in his hand, shuffle the rest back.
13, 14, 15, 16.
What does he need here? Let's see if we can see what he picks. See a Nighttime Marauder in there. See your Reader. Great Hall. He's got a Hand's Judgment. I think he took the Great Hall, but I could be wrong. It's hard to see there. Greyjoy player has quite a few cards in hand.
Power.
He's going to go with the power challenge here with Euron. Now we got to remember that Arbor Knight can be buffed up by spending gold. I can't remember how many times you can do that, but... I think he's able to get him over the Nighttime Marauders' strength there. So Crescent will block the power challenge there to prevent the unopposed. Euron will now trigger after some pillaging, getting renown. He's going to be able to start shopping for locations.
Spears. Beats the moon.
Does he need econ or does he need fun tricks? He can get Honeywine there to speed up his comeback. But he's going to do the spears. Makes sense. Extra save on his side.
Challenges to you.
And that's it for challenges. Now we get a military coming in with the Arbor Knights. It's going to block for 3.
1, up and 2.
And we get the 2 buff off the 2 gold spent, like I thought would happen. Claim he's going to use the Nighttime Marauders with the spears, get him back in hand, and if he gets the money later, he can cycle him through the shadows again, hitting his opponent's hand. And now we got a power with the Courtier, that goes unopposed, and now an unopposed intrigue from Marjorie, trying to hit those Marauders. And he gets a little Theon, which is a really good hit. And Dominance going to the Greyjoys.
Already?
Yeah, I got destroyed.
Aw, stop doing that. Pro tip.
Play green.
Green's good. Yeah. Turn it for the king.
So, tourney for the king into barring the gates.
I'll go first.
Okay.
Two.
Oh, sorry, hold on. I think I have your cards from last turn.
Oh.
So yeah, Ben's just realizing he had quite a few cards to discard for taxation. He's going to do that here. So, tourney for the king is each knight character you control gains renown and immune to opponent's events. He only has 1 knight on the board right now. So we get a garden caretaker out there, getting a Knight of the Summer out there.
He doesn't have renown from himself, but he has it from this.
And he's still 3 strength.
Still 3 strength, yeah. And that's me.
Alright. 2 power, 2 gold, and I come with 5.
Mel and I are saying. The other guys are all.
All right, over to the Greyjoy player for his marshalling here. He's going to kneel all 3 of his sea towers. Got some extra gold off of his fish markets. And we get Balon out there. Oh, boy. 3 7s on the board here. And he's sitting on at least a gold. So an intrigue of 1 with the Arbor Knight. Yeah, you gotta watch. You leave it unopposed here, you're gonna lose claim, unopposed power, and the knight is gonna get renown. And he does go unopposed, which I would also do at this point. Depends what you have in hand, though, but the Greyjoy player does have quite a few cards in hand. And he's gonna spend the gold, though, to buff his strength and stand with the High Guard and Courtier.
Unopposed. Claim.
So claim is a we do not sow. And renown on the Arbor Knight.
Military of 4.
And now 4 strength military with the Knight of the Summer and the Arbor Knight. who can be buffed. Buffed by more gold.
That's what I thought it said. Because I tried giving you Mars, and it's like, no, this isn't the right card. I want the second cost. I'm like, there isn't. Mage Tyrell. Supposed to be Mage Tyrell. Oh. Which is fine. But he's like,
And he'll block here.
Villages.
So pillage.
Yeah, the Arbor Knight is limited 3 times per phase.
Trigger Asha.
So he's going to trigger Asha first. And probably look at the top half of his deck here. What is he looking for?
Pillage.
Caretaker.
And now he does Euron, who does a pillage. And he's going to take the Spears of the Merlin King.
Go.
Power of 3.
And a 3 strength power challenge here with Crescent.
How much? 10?
Yep.
And yeah, they just check 10 power on the bear side. He's going to go unopposed on that.
Opposed claim.
And takes a claim off the Greyjoy player, bringing him down to 4.
My challenges?
Yep.
Military?
Unopposed.
So military with Balon. Since there's no king across the board, he doesn't kneel to attack. Claims a Garden Caretaker, gets a Renown. Power challenge now with Balon.
3 gold.
Yeah, it sounds like 3 gold saved on the Greyjoy side there. Just can't see it because it's slightly off camera. So it is unopposed. So gets unopposed, claim, Renown on Balon. And dominance goes to the bear player. So 9 power on the Greyjoy side. And on the other side, we're sitting at 12. So Greyjoy player coming back, but the bear player's, you know, going up in power also. So still close, but if the bear player gets a couple decent bodies on the board here,
I have 2.
or can, if he's playing the plot that prevents non-king and queens or whatever from gaining power. I mean, Balon can still gain power, but I don't know. If he has no way to deal with Asha, Euron, and Balon, could be in trouble. But at least he's got bodies to still put pressure on the Greyjoy player. And we got Wildfire, which is going to hurt the Bara player. And we got the 2/8/2, was it Rise of the Kraken on the Greyjoy side.
Draw 2.
So that could close it out here for the Greyjoy player. Definitely a closer plot for sure.
These 2 to play another Iron Islands Market.
So he's using Sea Towers there to put another fish market into play for the Iron Islands market.
Play card in the shadows.
Another Marauders in the Shadows coming out right away.
Trigger.
What is he going to choose? What costs? Probably can choose anything by this point.
Let's pick 4.
He's going to pick 4 actually, which does hit Courtney. But he's dead already. Looks like a Courtier, Rose Garden, and I didn't see what the other thing was there. So a dupe on Balon. I think he's saving 3 gold there. Over to the bear player for his marshalling. And we get that courtier in play. Oh, it's a green apple knight is the other one. He has enough knights, so he doesn't kneel to attack, I believe is what it is.
Sit on 3.
I don't know if he needs 2 other knights or 3 other knights. I'll find out in 1 second here. Yeah, he gets +1 strength for each other knight character you control while you control 2 or more other knight characters. Green apple knight does not kneel when declared as an attacker.
On him.
So,
So 2 claim military there from Asha. Stealthing. I don't know he's stealth there. I think the Knight of the Summer. But kills the Arbor Knight and the courtier.
Joshua.
Oh, it was Asha and Balon. So Balon gets some power there.
20.
And now Asha's going to search the top 20 cards of the deck.
You should take that aim in now. It's exactly what you need.
Yeah, so we're watching that fast lead from this Bara deck slip away here. This Greyjoy player is just coming back and got the commanding lead. But the Bara player does have only 7 plots, so I mean, he can cycle around and get to that Valar Harris. We could have a different outcome here, but Greyjoy players, you know, gotta keep pushing. I mean, he can really damage the board here of the other player, as we've seen. But I think he's emptied the hand, or he's gonna empty the hand. I think the hand is empty actually. So the 2 claim intrigue is not gonna matter, but the 2 claim power, even if they're not all unopposed, getting the bonus off the plot, he's still able to get some renown going. He's got to be careful. I mean, the bear player's close here too. So if he doesn't leave stuff to defend with, the bear player could sneak through and steal some power and maybe get an unopposed or 2.
He does not get +2 strength, correct?
Correct. He has a 3 with no renown.
Power challenge.
And a power challenge to Balon for 5. There's a standing Greyjoy location there, so we could give him a +1 strength off Balon's ability because he's loyal, if needed. So he's blocking for 3 here.
Two claim.
So 2 claim, not unopposed, and renown on Balon. I think 13 now on the Greyjoy side. And he's going to go for the intrigue of 6. And Apple Knight going in for the block. Since he no longer has a stand ability, I guess might as well use him on defense. Gets a Roar Royce off the pillage. And yeah, he's going to take the honey wine.
Go ahead.
And over to the bear player. And he's going to do a power challenge with Marjorie Tyrell. And that goes unopposed. I don't know. I think if he stole the honey wine earlier, might have been able to work something different there in the challenges where he could have triggered the honey wine to get some extra power and close it out there in this phase. But we're going to go to another round here. And yeah, that was the last plot for the bear player. Oh man, are we going to see Valar Harris? What? Did he have Valar Harris? I don't know. Maybe he didn't. Maybe Wildfire was the only reset. I can't remember. Yeah, I don't think he had Valar Harris. Now that I'm thinking about it. You guys can make fun of me in the comments below. I'm sure you already have when I was talking about it. Oh, man. So here we go. Another exchange of information. We're going to see a bunch of cards thrown out here. The problem is he's going to get Nightmares and Milk for sure, but He's gonna get the crappiest character choice.
He is dead.
And Crescent is dead, so he gets a Crescent back to hand. So basically he's getting a useless character there. And that's where you see the downside of exchange of information later on in the game when characters are in the dead pile. It makes it a little rough. But I mean, close call does help with that, but I mean, that's not until the next round, and sometimes you need that stuff now. And that's where counting coppers might be a little better than it. So we get a dupe on Asha, dupe on Euron. Begging Brother, 3 gold bestowed on him right away. And sits on 2 gold over to the Bara player. Let's see what Tom can marshal here. He's got lots of Yukon locations. There's another Rose Garden. He's got all 3 Rose Roads, all 3 Rose Gardens. He's gonna milk Asha. Not sure that's the right call, but I think you want to. Oh, but he got nightmares for the other renown, but yeah, when he's got a stealth of his own, he should have. I don't think he should have milked Asha since he can deal with her stealth. He should have milked and nightmares the other 2 guys there, so their renown doesn't happen. But yeah, Balon gets nightmares, but there's a hand judgment, automatically slapping it away. So yeah, I think the Greyjoy players got this, but yeah, it just needs one, so he's going to go all in on the power challenge, and it's done. So congrats to Ben. What a beautiful comeback. Tom got off to an early start, but it crumbled on him. But yeah, we got lots more coming up here on the channel, guys, for the rest of this tournament. Like I said, 2 more regionals coming up, so make sure you subscribe, hit that like button. And yeah, thanks to both players for playing on camera, and thanks to you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.